Hi, Neil Frankel with wealthpilgrim.com. Welcome back. On the way into work this morning, I heard a fascinating story. It was told by Michael Joshephson from charactercounts.org, and it's a wonderful website. I recommend it highly to everybody. And Michael told the story of an experiment that was done on two groups of pigeons. Each group were in different cages, and they each had two buttons, a red and a green button. And in one group, whenever their beak would hit the green button, food would come out. And whenever they hit the red button, nothing would come out. The second group, when they hit the green button, food would come out intermittently, and likewise, when they hit the red button, no food would come out. The first group obviously was hitting that green button all day long, and after a very short time, they stopped hitting the red button. The other group learned to continue to hit that green button also, even though the food would only come out intermittently. They still benefited, so they kept pushing it, and they also quickly learned to stop using the red button. What happened was, after a while, they switched the groups. They put the first group in the second cage and the second group in the first cage, and they found that obviously the second group, who was used to hitting that green button all the time, even only getting food intermittently, they continued to hit that green button and get food. And the first group went crazy. They hit the green button and food did not come out consistently, which they were used to. And they went crazy. They would start flying around the cage and hitting their heads against the wires, and they never really adapted. And I thought, this is a fascinating story for us. And the reason is, well, first of all, what can we learn? Number one, both groups stopped hitting the red button because it didn't give them any benefit whatsoever. Number two, the groups were resourceful. They found each how to get food by hitting the green button, and there were different experiences with how successful they would be, but they continued to be resourceful. And the third lesson was that the pigeons, at least from the first group, didn't adapt to their new situation, and as a result they suffered tremendously. So my question to you is, are you pushing any red buttons today? Are you doing something that basically doesn't give you any reward, but you continue to do it? Are you going to the dry well, either with a relationship or financially? Are you spending your time in some area that's really not giving you the rewards that you want to get? And has it been a consistently disappointing situation? Do you have any reason to expect that things are going to change, or are you just like those pigeons hitting the pigeons hitting that red button? The second question is, are you using all your resources? Are you using your resources, and are you using them well? Are you asking for help? Do you have an accountability partner? Are you making notes every day? Are you making a list of things you need to get done? Are you working off of that list? And the third question is, are you smarter than the pigeons? Are you better than the pigeons? Are you adapting to a changing situation? We all find ourselves in a new economic reality, or many of us do, and the question is, are you adapting to the new situation? Now, that's a lot to ask, and I personally think that if I were to ask myself those three questions every day, I'd have a much more effective and positive day. I'm going to ask you to do one thing. Pick one question. And I would start with the first one. Are you pushing any red buttons? And when you're done with listening to this video, which will be done in a few seconds, write down that question. What red buttons am I pushing today? And what are you going to do about it? Make a phone call. Clarify. See if there's something that's going to change on the horizon, or stop pushing that red button. I know that that's what I'm going to do today. I have a situation that I'm going to clarify. It has not been working out the way I wanted to. I'm going to make some phone calls and change direction as a result of what I heard on the radio today. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I'd love to hear about any red buttons that you're going to stop pushing. Thanks.